So I'm standing in front of a cabinet with my grandpa's stuff from his garage back in the day in Little Lake, Michigan, called the Model Town Garage. And today's episode of the Homemade Renegade, I'm going to show you how I'm getting to the racetrack and the things I do so I can afford to race just like he would back in the day. So this whole vlog thing, it's kind of new to me, probably pretty goofy to some of the guys I work with, maybe my wife, I don't know. But it's something I've always wanted to do now. After running a racetrack, you really kind of lose your sense of care of what people think about you. You get put through so much dealing with the public and dealing with thousands of people and everybody giving you their opinion of you. Sometimes it's not so great, and you kind of lose that barrier of caring what people think of you. Maybe it's part of getting older, I don't know. But I know when I built my first modified, a lot of people were interested and followed that just because it was something that wasn't common anymore. I know a lot of people can't afford to race. I'm real fortunate. I have a great job. I have a great wife, a support system, great friends, people that help me with my motors, you know, things like that. So if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to race. And also the other part of it is doing things like this truck, working on that, building my own cars. You know, to get into a late model, I bought a bare frame. That's how I started. But I also had a lot of knowledge on how to put that car together too, from racing and building other cars. So you're gonna see a lot of the stuff in my vlog series that I do the hard way. I build stuff myself. That's what I do. You know, that's how I run things around here at Northern Racing Fabrication. That's why I got the nickname the Homemade Renegade. So a lot of people that know me might find this stuff fun, interesting, and people that don't know me, you might find a little value in what I have here in some of my videos. Today I'm going to be wrapping up hopefully my injectors on my truck. I pulled the injectors. I had 3 cups stick. Those 3 cups, I got new ones, replaced them. You put red Loctite on the end of the cup, reseat the O-rings on it, torque them down to like 37 foot-pounds on these LB7s. Got new lines. I put a lift pump on this truck from AirDog. All my parts I got from the D-Max store. They've been great to me. Thanks guys for just doing your job, basically. I paid for the stuff, so nothing's like sponsored or anything. As you can see, this is what happens when you get into thrashing on a truck. You get quite a mess. But this is what a guy's got to do to make things work today, to be able to put the money into the race cars. And just, you know, not everybody can take a 1-ton truck and go buy it at the lot for $80,000 or $90,000 now, whatever they are. So this is what I do to race. You know, I'm proud of that. So as you can see, I'm going to take my truck here. I'm going to do a little body work to it when I'm done with the injectors on it. Hopefully make it, you know, appear a little decent, put a little half wrap on it. I'm probably going to spruce up my trailer, maybe either paint it and do like a half wrap on it or wrap the whole thing. Next year I plan on racing the late model. It'd be interesting to see how that goes. I hope I'm competitive with what I have. It's nothing like the latest, greatest, newest stuff. It's just a lot of stuff that, you know, I can afford to put together, and with my knowledge of running and building a modified, most of you guys know I built my own modified before from scratch. If you go on Northern Racing Fabrication on Facebook, you can see some pictures of that. So this is a old Wild Ink chassis that I got. I bought it as just a bare frame from Tim. great guy down there. He got into racing A-mods, and kind of we both went opposite directions. So I'm getting into the late model deal here, and plan on supporting some local tracks down in Wisconsin. Maybe race a few Dirt Kings Tour races and see what happens, and hopefully I can at least run mid-pack with what I have, and get to a point where I see if I either want to invest more into this or get back in some kind of modified. What I plan on doing now that I got this videography camera equipment, I don't plan on being a professional photographer, that's for sure. You know, I probably will do some photos and some stuff. It's probably going to be content related to being in my shop, doing my wraps, stuff with my family, and probably a bunch of stuff when I can't afford to go to the racetrack myself. I want to record what's going on at the racetrack and kind of support the tracks that allow me to race, because there's a lot of people that put a lot of time and hard work into those tracks to make them run every week. And I think some of that needs to be covered a little bit. So, you know, racetracks, I hope you open the doors to me when I come around. You know, I want to video some stuff when I'm there, and I know there's some great people, the guys at the Hill. I know you'll open the doors up to me. The guys at Seymour, Brad at Chano, you guys are always great. So, you know, I really look forward. Those places, I'll definitely bring my car when they have races for me, and I'll definitely be there when I can't race with my equipment, just to take some great photos and some video and help promote racing, because that's what needs to be done nowadays. Things aren't the best in the state of racing because people don't want to get off YouTube, you know, these videos and stuff like that. And so my encouragement is, don't just watch a video, get off your butt and do something. You know, that's what we need. We need people to get off their butt, quit crying and whining about doing stuff, and go do something themselves. So I realistically shouldn't be able to do this. I shouldn't be able to have a late model. I shouldn't have a 1-ton truck with a 48-foot trailer to tow around. But I do it because I scrounge, I bust my butt. You know, I get things that aren't perfect. Everybody wants something that's perfect. You know, I watch a lot of videos of Peter McKinnon, and he's a professional videographer, photographer. Real positive, upbeat attitude. You know, I'm sure he has his days just like any of us. One of the things he always said that I get out of some of his stuff, and a lot of these guys say that do anything for a living, is something done is better than something not done. It doesn't have to be perfect. What I bring to the racetrack, my truck, my car, my trailer, all that stuff, no, I don't have $1 million toter home. No, I don't have the best stuff, but I'm there, I'm doing it, and doing it is better than not doing it at all. So that's what I've made for my choices, is I would rather have imperfect stuff and get to the racetrack than to not do it at all. So, you know, there's probably better trucks than a 2003 GMC 3500 with an LB7. Everybody knows their issues. You know, I've had my warnings about whatever, but you know, you look into anything, there's issues with everything. So I'd rather have something that, you know, hey, if it gets me the track for a little while, I don't have a whole lot of money into it, I'm gonna run it. So my race car is not perfect. I don't get new tires on my car every night. I'm gonna run it. So that's what you get out of me. I think that's how I got the nickname, the Homemade Renegade. It kind of really took place. You know, I've had some decent races. I'll never forget winning that heat race at Chilton, and you know, going to victory lane, finished top 10 in the feature. So, you know, I've had some nights at Shawano where I've been able to come up through the pack. Sport mod racing, I've won some races, ran up front. I only raced a couple times in Wisconsin in a sport mod, and I did pretty well every time I went down there. I led some laps at the new Chilton track, led up front at 141 in the fall race there at a heat race with Race Van Pay. Had a great race with him. So, you know, I look forward to getting back into my main focus being racing instead of running a racetrack. That's kind of the hard shift I'm dealing with right now, is the motivation. I care so much on what's going on with the racetrack that I ran, and trying to shift my focus back to myself and being selfish again, because that's really what it is being selfish, to focus on my own stuff. I got so used to giving up my time for other people and other things that I need to focus on me, my stuff. and get back to, I got a few years of racing left I want to do, and this is really what I want to do. So that's where fixing my truck up, getting that trailer ready, getting my car ready. That's all the stuff that's important to me right now. I definitely am going to be at the racetrack in town here locally. They don't run late models, so I'll definitely have some time on Saturdays to help those guys out. Support them, you know, whether they're doing exactly what I want to do or not. That's fine, because I'm not running it. And somebody, like I said, somebody running it over somebody not running it is way better, because if nobody ran it, it wouldn't be open. So kudos to anybody out there, you know, running something, taking charge, because without those people, things don't happen. So thanks for watching. You know, my little vlog here, talking about basically where I'm at right now, heading into the winter time. We're about ready to get a big snowstorm. In my shop, gonna wrap up my truck here, probably start getting body work done on it here in the next few months. I got some wraps I gotta sneak in for some guys. I got a micro sprint, a street stock, probably a dirt bike. I usually do a few wraps this time of year, and then I get really busy in the springtime, and that's what helps pay for some of my stuff is my little wrap business that I do. But thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more stuff from me. These little vlogs are gonna be a big part of it. And, you know, if you want to know what's going on with a guy who does everything the hard way, this is the channel to follow.